Okay, so I don't know. I don't know what we're gonna get. I have no idea what's about to happen. Oh no, he's wearing the Hot Wheels shirt! It's this thing we've already talked about! Alright, I'm buckled in. Hope you got your snacks! I'm not... Okay, alright.
Yo, it's your boy Fatman. Welcome back to the channel. Thank you guys for liking, subscribing, hit the bell icon to be notified. So, Vic Mignogna recently came out, and I think Vic's not holding back anymore. Unlike the whole Not Holding Back series that we're on, he has something to say. So let's tune in. If some of y'all don't know who Vic Mignogna is, I did a video series talking about him, Sean Schemmel, Sonny Strait, Monica Riel, and a lot of the drama going on that he was getting canceled for because he somehow grabbed Jamie Marchi's hair, so-called. He made an inappropriate comment, and he's been a sexual deviant, or he sexually assaulted Monica Riel, which never happened. Even in the courts never found any proof of him doing these things, sexually assaulting, and in general. He did take Monica...
Okay, so, yeah, that's not what the court was there for. This seems to be a consistent misunderstanding among Vic Mignogna fans that do not understand what the court was there to do. It was a defamation case. So, no, the court wasn't there to decide whether or not he sexually assaulted somebody. The court was there to determine if calling him a sex pest was defamation or not. So you have to prove some things that go along with defamation, as all of you well know by now.
And Marchi to court, Jamie Marchi to court, and I gotta be honest.
And Funimation, and one of their husbands.
I don't think he had enough proof or evidence, but the court automatically deemed them in the right because everything they said was opinion-based, and it wasn't a fact. It was just an opinion, what you believe, and most of that. Anybody out there agreeing with, like, oh, well, he shouldn't took them to court. I'm like, well, he took them to court because they were defamating his name.
Okay, so opinion-based versus fact. Anybody who's watched the Alex Jones case, where Alex Jones has been sued for his comments about Sandy Hook.
Yes or no? Do you understand what I have said?
Yes, I believe what I said was true. So
Yes, you believe everything you say is true, but it isn't. Your beliefs do not make something true. That is what we're doing here. Just because you claim to think something is true does not make it true. It does not protect you. It is not allowed.
There is a lack of understanding of what defamation actually is and what a court is actually set to do during a defamation case. So I don't think I need to explain it again to you guys. I'm pretty sure you guys know. So I'm just going to hit play.
Other people were like, well, he should have took these people to court. I'm like, well, one at a time. You never know what happens until it happens.
I think that the thing that fucked over Vic Mignogna most was his lawyer choice. Simple as that. Don't hire a realtor lawyer to do your defamation case. And don't listen to internet lawyers. So I don't really have an opinion about whether or not he should have taken them to court. Like, if he wants to, I guess, go for it. Should is kind of a misnomer here, because it's like, do I think he had a good case going in? Probably not. Was his case, like, horrifically mishandled by the lawyers? Kind of looked like that to me. But hey, what the fuck do I know?
At this point, Vic is coming out because he has something to say on this Twitter live, and on Twitch. So
Vic
he is
never
on Twitch.
left.
He is out there doing stuff, and he's trying to get back what he lost. And it's money, it's support, and it's kind of hard. So let's see what happens. Let's see what he's talking about.
Thank you for that, Sephiroth's child. I appreciate you saying that. I kind of think that's true, too.
I've analyzed this clip of Vic Mignogna before, so if you are interested in seeing my analysis on this clip, which I'm not going to do again here, please feel free to find it on the YouTube channel.
But unfortunately, you can't teach people not to be cowards.
Mm.
And unfortunately, these same 3 or 4...
I kind of like this guy.
...whose name I don't even want to say because they don't deserve to have their name spoken.
They don't deserve the clout.
Garbage antics still 4 years later. They're breaking the law, by the way. I don't know that they know or care, but what they are doing is the definition of online harassment. They are costing me work. They are ruining my reputation. They're spreading slander and lies. They're contacting people I have contracts with and interfering with that. I don't know if you guys know that, but that is called tortious interference. It is a crime. It is punishable by fine or jail time. And I'm trying to decide if I'm going to avail myself of that or not, because I'm really, really getting tired. You know, the Bible tells us to turn the other cheek, right?
True.
You've heard that phrase, turn the other cheek. Well, you know, you guys, there are only so many cheeks that you can turn before you have to do something.
I gotta be honest, that comment is straight from some type of like feeling, because that means he's been feeling this way for a while, right?
Vic Mignogna has never shut the fuck up. He's been talking about this forever. He's been called a sex pest forever. He's had a terrible reputation forever. So he's never shut up about it. So it's like, oh, he's been feeling this way for a long time. I mean, probably he's never shut up about it. So, and
Mignogna has been approaching this, and he's like, I'm losing work, I'm losing time, people pissing me the fuck off. Personally, that's how he feels.
Oh,
and
poor guy.
At this point, he wasn't sick of it, but 4 years later, it's like, you for real? Like, people really out here bashing my name. I didn't sexually assault anybody. I didn't harass anybody. I didn't say anything to anyone, and it hasn't happened. There's no proof. There's no legitimate fucking proof.
Except for the things that he said and the things that he's done recently, like, you know, waving his underwear around on streams, and his deposition where he talked about soliciting sex from fans.
And how do you know them?
They had come to at least 3 or 4 conventions that I was a guest at. They would always come to my autograph table and to my Q&A sessions and sit in the front row and come and say hello and...
Uh-oh, how unfortunate.
Right. And how did Miss Dimbo explain that particular allegation?
She said, do you recall inviting 2 girls, twins, 2 women to your room at a convention?
Uh-oh, how unfortunate.
And I said yes, and she said, do you recall forcibly kissing one of them? Which I did not.
All right, so, and what was your recollection that you relayed to Ms. Dimbo?
My recollection was that I had seen these 2 ladies at multiple conventions, and I was under the very clear impression that they were interested or attracted to me. And they were very kind, attractive, friendly young ladies. And so after the 4th or 5th time that I saw them at an event, one night or one day, I don't remember when, I asked them if they wanted to come to my room. I invited them to my room. They came voluntarily. I let them in. One of them sat on the bed. The other one sat in a chair in the room, and I sat in another chair in the room. We made some small talk, and then they asked me why I invited them to my room. And I said, well, I was under the impression that there was a lot of mutual attraction going on here, and I thought maybe you might be interested in some kind of a sexual interaction. They told me they were not. I said, okay, and they left.
And your intent in inviting them to your room was to have sex with them?
If they were consensual.
And did you want the 2 sisters to have sex with each other?
No.
Or just you? That'd be creepy, right?
If they were consensual.
Uh-oh.
Just me.
How unfortunate.
And other things. So yeah.
We've all been out there. Oh, but what about the courts and people testimonials? There's no proof. Hearsay. Your words. Oh, that's it? That's all the proof you got? Actually.
Oh, that's not what hearsay is, my friend. Hearsay is when someone else tells you something. So no. Hearsay is when you're talking about something you didn't directly witness. Right? You're getting the information secondhand. That's what hearsay is. So if I were to say, I saw my sister punch my mother, that's not hearsay. But if I say, my mother told me that my sister hit her, that would be hearsay, right? So the difference between what I've personally witnessed directly versus what information I got secondhand. At minimum, this is a very basic explanation.
Actual evidence. When it came to Johnny Depp versus Amber Heard, there was some actual fucking evidence. And people saw the evidence that Johnny had, saw the evidence that Amber had. It wasn't a fucking mock court case with bullshit. I feel like Vic didn't have
Did you just call Vic's court case a mock court case and then but before that complain that people think that his court case was fallacious? Like, silly? Huh? Nah? Huh? What? Sir? Excuse me? So, there is a lot of argument around, like, you see this in the debate me bro thing, you see this on the side, like, the atheist side of the internet, where they're like, oh, that's not real evidence, your personal experience isn't evidence. Yes, it is. Personal experience counts. It is evidence. You might not put a lot of weight on that evidence, and so he might say, look at, like, he already doesn't like, or he doesn't believe, Monica, let's say. And so Monica writes an affidavit, saying her experience, signed, as in it has to be as truthful to her knowledge. She submits that. He's calling it testimonial. Pretty sure he's talking about the affidavit. Affidavit goes through. He doesn't believe the affidavit. That's fine. It's still evidence. It's just not evidence that this person who's not related to the scenario, their opinion about the affidavit. Now, if you wanted to go the extreme route, you could say FatmanDD1 is defaming Monica by accusing her of committing a federal crime, which would be lying to a court, right? Committing perjury. So, because if you lie on your affidavit that you have notarized and signed, and then submit that to the court, you're submitting falsified evidence knowingly, which is a crime. But I don't think that that's what this guy's trying to do, that's for sure. I just think if you were trying to stretch that, like you wanted to grasp at that straw, you could go that route, but I'm not unreasonable.
The right evidence in front of him to prove some shit. And even the people around him was like, well, he did this, this, and this. It's like, well, what's that gonna do? Like, okay, his career's ruined and he didn't really do anything. Oh, he grabbed my hair in a photo that you guys took. Oh, he made a joke.
He grabbed her hair in a photo, so you have photographic evidence of the hair pulling incident, and you're saying that that there is no proof or no evidence, and all you have is hearsay, and then you described a photo of him pulling her hair? Okay.
Jelly bean comment, and it made me feel sad. Oh, he was sexually assaulting me in his hotel room, and my friend came in and found out and said something about it. And then Monica was lying her ass off because her friend was like, that shit didn't happen. I was there. Like, I pulled up and nothing. So I'm like, what are y'all talking about? It was all bullshit. I feel sorry for Vic, but let's continue with some more videos.
Except the photo?
There's 2 more here we'll react to.
What?
I never wanted to get into any kind of litigation. The only reason that I did that before was because it was my last resort. I reached out to people, apologized for any unintended offense, and nothing made any difference.
True.
People wanted to be hateful.
When your apologies, nobody has to accept your apologies. My guy, sorry, you're not entitled to that. That's not how that works.
Last resort. And I'm still I'm not going to take.
I'm really sorry, Funimation, that I made myself unhireable. My bad. Please keep me on contract.
Some very aggressive retaliation and resources to deal with that. So
that's strong. Man, he must be at his final like destination of like, I'm done with the shit. I got hands for days. This is Vic Mignogna talking about I got hands. And I'm willing to give these hands to you. It's like the Billy. It's like the Billy quote. Anybody watch Power Rangers?
All right, you big lizard. Come catch these hands.
Yo. I also will review and talk about Power Rangers soon later. Once the rain.
You know what? I appreciate that there was like actually a little bit of editing in this. That's kind of nice. But now I've realized that everything before this was also edited, and this guy actually has some editing capabilities, which means you should probably double check to make sure you're not contradicting yourself at the beginning of the video to partway through the video. Maybe just do another take, my friend.
Ranger, always a ranger. Yo, I'm telling you, boy, this was crazy. I'm not lying to you. This right here it's basically Vic saying, I'm gonna get these hands. And when I get these hands ready for you,
this dude is the DJ Khaled for Vic Mignogna.
Like, nicest way possible, I'm coming for you. And you think, oh, I'm scared. No, I'm coming for you. And when I come for you, don't be fucking crying. Don't be giving me crocodile tears like you was on stage, bitch. I'm a fuck.
Okay, and Vic is not giving crocodile tears. Remember that video we watched of Vic Mignogna going like full preacher mode? That is on YouTube if you're interested in catching up on that one. Where he was just like, my fans can't even, they have to ask me to just ask for a hug if they want a hug.
And they go, and you can see their faces. They're so, you know what I mean? They're almost embarrassed. And I mean, I'm tearing up right now.
It's like
fucking ruin your career the same way you ruin mine. And that's
he's
just
really making this sound like way more of a threat than I took it as.
That's fucked up. I feels for man. It's like your whole career just goes down in flames after the Broly movie makes so much fucking money. How much is it at now? I can't find
then
the quote.
Complain to Funimation.
Like,
Funimation's the one that did the investigation and dropped him from the contract.
That much money. Like, come on, bro.
Yeah. Yep. That's a good point, Thirsty for Chicken. These people don't care. They don't care.
It's not tortious interference, by the way. If you want, you can go and watch that video as well. The comment section is fucking hilarious.
Whores for attention. In fact, what's even really disgusting is they don't even know me. Can you even conceive of this, guys? These 4 or 5 people that are literally stalking me online and contacting events have never met me. They don't know me.
True.
They have no personal connection to me.
True.
They have no story to
Is he just complaining that it's harder to lie to people who only see like your public appearance than it is to make people think you're a good person to their face and then turn around and like do one bad thing or another bad thing? Like, is that the complaint here?
nothing. They have no connection at all. Can you believe that? It's really hard to even wrap your mind around, isn't it? That complete and perfect strangers would see this debacle, all of this garbage, as a chance for them to get some attention for themselves. How pathetic is that?
I feel like bro is mad. Bro has a right to be mad. And he's basically pointing out the people that have like contacted conventions who are just like activists for like Monica.
You mean the Vic Mignogna fans who said that they contacted that middle school? Like that? Okay.
Amy or anybody else. Even Sean Schemmel never knew the situation happening, and Sean Schemmel still doesn't. I don't even think.
How do you know that?
Christopher Sabat actually cares about Vic, But back in the days, they were making fun of Vic. They didn't like him. They had a bad relationship with the guy.
You mean Vic Mignogna's had a bad reputation for a very long time and people didn't like him and didn't want to work with him for a very long time? Go figure.
Has been very active in voice acting. And nowadays, I feel like everybody is labeled as a creep or creepy or just in general. And it's pretty sad the way people are going to stalk this man. Like, there's fans out there that support the other side of Kick Vic. And they're just like, oh, he's a bad person. He's this, he's that, he's done this, he's done that. And I'm like, well, where's the proof? Where's the camera footage?
Camera footage? You said there was a photo, dumbass. What do you want? Oh, I guess you want camera footage. So, you want camera footage of shit that happened in the 90s when, before the smartphone? Idiot.
Y'all know when shit happened? Let's go back some years and let's find some shit.
Human beings, I gotta say, I feel bad for you, except the part where you are threatening my livelihood, and you know what else? Taking away the opportunity of all of these fans. Think about that, you guys.
Won't somebody think of the fans?
Across the country, why should their opinion matter more than
that voice crack in this video kills me every time I see it.
Wanted to be there and wanted to have me there.
True.
It shouldn't. And we're going to be working. We're looking at some options here to take some steps. So I am very, very, very grateful for all of you.
This guy completely misses Vic talking about how he had no other choice and he had no other options left, and now he apparently now has options.
I stand with Vic Mignogna. I'm gonna stand with Vic Mignogna until I really know the actual truth. And honestly, there's nothing out there that has supported the man's done anything,
except for the photo that you've described. Besides the things that Vic Mignogna admitted himself on camera that he said he did, and the things that he's admitted in writing, like Vic's own words show that Vic did things, right? So you don't need the court case, and I mean the deposition is a good start. He could have won that court case and it wouldn't have mattered because that's not what the court case was there to prove. But you can listen to what Vic has to say, you can read what Vic has to say, you can look at the photos that you said existed, so you don't need anything else. You would actually just need to take his dick out of your mouth and then watch the deposition with a clear head. Like, pretend it's not Vic Mignogna talking. Pretend it's somebody else. Pretend it's somebody that you don't like, or somebody that you're like, I don't really care about. Pick them and put their face on top of Vic Mignogna and, like, I don't know, pitch shift the audio a little bit so like, completely separate out your feelings about Vic Mignogna and whatever fucking anime you watched and your boner for Broly or whatever the fuck you got here. And just listen to only the words Vic Mignogna has said. I believe in you. You can do it.
Regardless, yes, people's like, oh, but look at this and look at this. I'm like, well, okay. Where has he really done that? Can you put him under lie detector?
So you think he's lying? You think Vic Mignogna's lying when he said he's done things? Here's the thing about, like, finding out the truth of the matter. You weren't there, and you're never gonna have been there. You can't go into a time machine and, like, go and bust down the door to be like, is Vic Mignogna soliciting sex from two twin fans and trying to ask them to have sex together? Is he? No? Yes? He said he did. Soliciting for incest? No. You're never going to be able to do that. So all you can do is ascertain based on whether or not you think somebody or a situation is telling the truth. Right? So you can ascertain whether or not, like, do you trust what Vic Mignogna says? Yes or no? Do you believe that Vic Mignogna went on stream and had his underwear out and about for all to see? And no, I don't mean the interview or the conversation where he tipped this thing down. No, I'm talking about when he had it being held by the Broly statuette or figurine or whatever it was. There's video evidence of this.
Prove the evidence, the truth. Without facts and evidence, there's nothing.
You have that. You're just ignoring it.
At this point, I fucking stand with him. Tell me what you think in the comments below. Let me know. Do you think Vic Mignogna has any right to still sue people, go after people for taking down his career when he's done legitimately nothing? Let me know.
Well, I don't think he's done legitimately nothing, and I think I've explained pretty well why and how I believe that, but I don't think that he suddenly loses his rights. I'm pretty sure his defamation case got thrown out with prejudice, so I don't think he can bring that back to court, but if he had something else to bring to court, he has the right to do so. I don't think he's lost that right in any way, shape, or form. Do I think it's a good idea? I mean, I don't know what case he's got built, so I don't know. If he's got a good case, then sure, yeah, go for it. Who am I to tell you not to? Don't listen to internet lawyers. I'm also not even an internet lawyer. I'm just some jackass. It'll totally be worth it. Come on, it's gonna be a good time. It's gonna be a good time.